So today is the Yortzeit Azkara since my mom passed. So the energies of all she's put out into the world and all I've done since to elevate her memory. So we're going to learn a little Likutey Moharan. This is Lamed Gimel. So it's lesson 33, Torah 33. And Rebbe Nachman of Breslau is bringing in, a lot of times the Torahs are based on Tehillim or some pasuk, some verse. So this one is King David, Tehillim, Psalms, Mi ha'ish hachafetz chaim, ohev yamim lirotov. So who is this person who desires life? The person who sees good in their days. So we're going to jump into what this means. Who is Mi ha'ish hachafetz chaim? Who is this person who desires life? Ohev yamim lirotov, who loves seeing good in their days. So we're going to jump into how the day is a reflection of seeing good. And also, Yamim is correlated to the 10 Sfirot, the tree of life, the seven parts, the emotional attributes within this Sfirot is basically you're trying to balance. So there's Chesed, loving kindness, Gvura on the other side, on the left, and then Tiferet. Gvura is sort of restraint, judgment, and Tiferet is that middle harmony part. So this idea of having a good day is this balance and seeing the good and always seeing the good in each other and in yourself. And then you're able to have that turn any day into good, as opposed to if you're going with seeing the bad in something or thinking you're going to have a bad day or something happened and you don't have balance within that and you're being reactive. So your day is reflective of that imbalance within how you're reacting to something, as opposed to the healthy way to do that. So jumping into the Torah, Haklal hu shetzarich levakesh shalom. So the principle is that a person should pursue peace. Sheyeh shalom ben Yisrael, that there should be peace between Israel. And when there's peace for the people of Israel, as we see now, then that's reflective of peace around the world. But when there's hatred and bad things happening to the people of Israel, then society and humanity is not in a good space, and we're seeing that now. Sheyeh shalom l'chol adam b'midotav. So when we were talking about the emotional attributes, so here he's using the word midah is also a measurement, so that there should be peace with this person's attributes. So as we spoke about the 7 emotional attributes of the 7 sfirot in the 10 sfirot, the tree of life, hainu shelo yeh mechulak b'midotav b'morotav. So it shouldn't be conflicted over what happens to someone. So or yourself, and this is also based, this pasuk in Tehillim also, Shiviti Hashem lenegdi tamid. So Shiviti, this hishtavut, shaveh, like everything is sort of equal to you, this sort of equilibrium, this idea that whether it's for the good or for the bad, it's ultimately for the good, because we just can't see the goodness at that moment, of course. But when we can trust, here it's saying, so you shouldn't be conflicted, because ultimately it is for the good. So when you remove that bad judgment and have that good judgment, so we're coming back to Mi ha'ish hachafetz chaim, who's this person who desires life, ohev yamim lirotov, that who loves days from seeing the good. Basically, when you're not conflicted by everything that's happening and you're in the flow of trusting that it's all for the good, that's how you bring about a good day. So there shouldn't be a difference in this state from the good things that happen or from the quote-unquote bad things that are happening, because it's all part of this journey. It's all part of this awakening and this growth and all the things that are going to get you to where you need to go. Some of it's just an awakening so you can go to a higher state, and other things are just also taking you to this ultimate place that you need to get to. So this spiritual path is you're on this path and you could get pushed this side or that side. Hachiluk ben bitivo or ben ba'aku. But Rebbe Nachman saying that even from the good things or the quote-unquote bad things that are happening, it should all be the same. Tamid imtza bo Hashem yitbarach. You should always find within it the divine source, the source of all, the light of the infinite, and all the goodness, because that's what is the ultimate truth of it. Hainu b'Hashem alel davar b'Elokim alel davar. So now he's bringing in this pasuk, also from Tehillim, from Psalms, that actually he flips the order of it. Rabbeinu is flipping the order of it, and King David saying, in the time where it's Hashem, the Yud Kei Vav Kei, the Tetragrammaton, that when I'm being treated in this full mercy, full goodness way of understanding Hashem, which is the name beyond nature, the Yud Kei Vav Kei, the Tetragrammaton, then I will praise his name. And it's saying, Be'elokim ahalel davar. Elokim is connected to Teva, to nature. And this is where we view Hashem working within nature. So there's the good and the bad, where we're perceiving this dichotomy and this different way of being interacted, which is bringing on the bitivo ben ba'ako. So Rabbeinu, and here King David saying, even when God is treating me within nature in this way that I can't understand, Ahalel Davar, I will praise his name. And Rebbe Nachman, by flipping the order of this, because in Tehillim it actually is not Be'Hashem Ahalel Davar, Be'Elokim Ahalel Davar, it's Be'Elokim Ahalel Davar Be'Hashem. So Rabbeinu, I feel like, is further flipping this into a state of saying it's all the same. This hishtavut, this equilibrium, this stoicism that you could have, or just this understanding that no matter what it is, it's still ultimately for the good. And if you're breathing, you're still in the game, and it's all going to be good in the end. So there's this idea that within that Shiviti Hashem Lenegdi to me, that placing God in front of you at all times, that you won't falter from all the things that are happening. And Leneged is also something that's coming against you, but the Lenegdi Tamid is also like with me on my right hand at all times. So being in this space of alignment with our source, with the ultimate, with the light of the infinite, and that's how we could be in this space of seeing the good as the first pasuk, as the verse that we're bringing in and we're elaborating on. We're just doing the first Torah in Likutey Moharan. This is Lamed Gimel, which is lesson 33, Torah 33, and this is for, if you're listening, say my mom's name, and you can have a l'chaim, or just do something good in the world, a mitzvah, tefillah, anything good to tip the scales to goodness. Her name is Frida Levona Bat Shalom. So, v'ayadei ma yimtza Hashem yitbarach ben bitivo ben ba'ako. So I love when Rabbeinu is writing, so here it's a question, by what means will someone find God, Hashem Yitbarach, ben bitivo, ben ba'ako, in the good or in the bad? But also, in these instances, koach ma, this state of bitul, of self-nullification, of questioning, of removing our judgments on everything and leaving space for Hashem, for God, and what is ultimately good. So when you read it not as a question, but as the answer, so instead of va'ayadei ma, on behalf of what will somebody find God within bitivo ben ba'ako, between the good or the bad, if you read it as a statement, va'ayadei ma, on behalf of this self-nullification, of this questioning, of removing our own judgments on what's good or bad, on behalf of that self-nullification, you will find God between the good and between the bad. Ayedei haTorah hanikrat shalom. So here it's saying on behalf or through the Torah that is called shalom, that is called peace. Kama da'at amar in Mishlei. So King Solomon saying, v'chol netivotea shalom, and all of her pathways are peace. The Torah. V'ayedei tzadikim shenikru gam ken brit shalom. And on behalf of the righteous ones that are also called this sort of covenant of peace. Machmat ze yechol lehov et hashalom b'chol makom. And as a result of this, you're able to love and have peace in every situation, in the good times or in the bad times. V'yechol liyot shalom ben Yisrael. And there could be this shalom, this goodness, and this shlemut, this wholeness, and basically this, as we spoke about before, the tiferet, the harmony. So taking these two opposites and bringing it into the middle in this harmonization. Ben Yisrael v'lehov zeh et zeh. So this is how we find the peace amongst Israel and everyone loving each other. And now we need it more than ever. So this is for the Aliyah Neshama, for my mom, Frida Levona Bat Shalom, and Yedida, my Safta. So if you could have her in mind, like I said, just a little more goodness in the world, a little more mitzvot, a a little more loving kindness, tefillot, a little more prayer, and a little more Torah and alignment with Hashem, and just going in every situation with love, judging yourself and everyone favorably and bringing love into that space. And that's how we come to a space of peace. And when we're able to do that, then there's peace for Israel, Kol Yisrael. And when there's peace for Israel, there's peace for the entire world. Shavua Tov.